Hey all you Jewel-powered fans, it's Ronnie from the Jewel Riders Archive. I wanted to talk about one of my favorite topics, and I'm sure you enjoy it as well, the mermaid doll. Now how does this have to do with Jewel Riders? Well, you'll see. Let's start off with some history. Let's take a look at some of the earliest modern mermaid dolls. These are SeaWheeze. They were originally released in 1979, and interestingly enough, these were produced by Kenner, and they lasted until 1985. They were a series of 4-inch plastic mermaid dolls with 2-inch babies made for playing with in the bath. The next doll on our list, and possibly the most famous, is Ariel. Originally released for the '89 premiere of the Disney film, the original Ariel was a little, shall we say, off-model? I mean, look at that orange bronze hair. Definitely not that beautiful red hair that we associate with the classic Disney princess. I read somewhere that when Taika was originally creating the doll, they thought that red wouldn't look good. They were still stuck on the whole idea that blonde dolls would sell better. I don't know how true that story is, but that's what I heard. By '91, Taika released a new series of the dolls that featured beautiful, vibrant red hair. Unlike the previously released mermaid babies, this doll featured the fin outfit that you slipped on over Ariel's feet. Now, this coincides with the storyline where Ariel becomes human at the end of the film, so if you actually want her to live happily ever after, I guess you can remove her fins. So, at least from a play aspect, that works. That same year, Hasbro created My Pretty Mermaids in 1991. They were a series of dolls with long, brushable hair and sea-themed accessories. They had posable fins to allow them to stand or sit, and were decorated with secret names and designs on their fins that appeared in cold water. Sounds a little bit like the cutie marks of My Little Pony, or the rump designs as they call them, doesn't it? Our next example of a mermaid doll is the 1995 Jewel Hair Mermaid Barbie. It featured Teresa, Barbie, and Midge as mermaids. Now, similar to the Tycho Ariel design, they had this slip-over fins. Now, this wasn't the first time that Barbie had come out with a mermaid. There had been plenty of them previous to this, but I specifically remember seeing a commercial for the Jewel Hair Mermaid Barbie during the syndication run of Jewel Riders. And you can check out that original commercial in the links below. And this is where our story leads us to Princess Guinevere and the Jewel Riders. The advertisement seen here is from the 1996 Hasbro Toy Fair catalog. In addition to the already produced Jewel Power and Deluxe Adventure dolls, we see two new series that were going to be added for the 1996 second Doll Wave release. Guinevere was featured as a wild magic glider, Fallon became invisible, and Tamara became, drumroll please, a mermaid. In the second season episode Jewel of the Sea, Princess Guinevere, Sunstar, and the Jewel Riders embark on a great sea voyage to a magical island where a wizard jewel has landed. Sailing over the Great Sea of Avalon, the Jewel Riders get caught in a wild magic water ride and discover an underwater kingdom of mer creatures. When Cleo falls overboard, she is rescued by a merboy and transformed into a sea unicorn. The merboy trades his merjewel with Tamara's heartstone. He becomes human, but Tamara is transformed into a mermaid. The other Jewel Riders must find the merboy, who has run off to the magic island, and convince him to give the heartstone back to Tamara. In our conversations with Greg Ettore, the art director for Jewel Riders, he mentioned that the plastic pieces that came with each of the dolls was supposed to be the embodiment of the magic or the jewel armor. So when we're looking at the Tamara doll, the fin is supposed to be magical, essentially. Now, from what I've personally felt and what I've heard from a lot of fans is that the tail just makes it look clunky. Would it have been better if it would have been molded? In addition to the images that we have from the Toy Fair catalog, we also have images of the actual doll prototype that was created to see just how the toy would function using the toy fin, the wraparound, and tiara. The comb seen here is the same one that would be sold with the Jewel Adventure Deluxe Doll Editions from '95. The tail is articulated so that you can use it as a stand. In later Barbie models, Mattel would create a movable tail. When the hips were depressed, the tail would swish back and forth. A very fun, cool feature, but was about 7 years later than this prototype. But I love the fact that there are mermaid scales and fin decorations on the molded plastic. Her iridescent wraparound even has a Heartstone jewel attachment. Tamra's bust and legs are a brand new mold and design. The arm and head, however, are from the original doll releases, which is good for consistency. Wouldn't it have been fun if the mermaid Tamra had been produced and released? Thanks for swimming with me back in time to review some favorite mermaid dolls from childhood. What was your favorite mermaid? We'd love to hear about your stories. Comment below and send us a message. So until next time, remember, friends together, friends forever. Have a great day, everyone.
By the magic of the Sunstone, you're tuned into the Jewel Riders Archive.